this article you posted up here on yep, Monday and Friday. So there you go. Um, we'll go live on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Not for SmackDown on Fridays, but we'll continue our Impact watch parties if Impact is still on Twitch on Friday nights. Fingers crossed. What is this? Let me see if I can open it here. My internet is being an asshole right now. Let's see what it says here. Backstage incident with Big Cass. Uh-oh. A backstage incident with former Big Star WWE star Big Cass. Last night, a WrestlePro farewell for owner Pat Buck, who is officially wrestling his last match for the promotion. Blah blah blah. PW Insider has confirmed with multiple sources that were present that Cass, who was booked as an unadvertised surprise to appear in a battle royal, was acting aggressive and erratic backstage over the course of the evening, leading to several incidents and finally his expulsion from the rec center in New Jersey. At one point, Cass confronted AEW star Joey Janela in a threatening manner, looking for a physical confrontation, apparently stemming from Janela's run-in several months back with Enzo Amore at a Blink-182 concert. One source believed Cass slapped Janela, but were not able to confirm that. The irony of the situation, we are told, is that Cass and Janela had been in the same locker room from the night before for Northeast Wrestling, and there had been zero issues at all. Cass was approached by WrestlePro's Kevin Matthews, who diffused the situation for the moment. Cass continued to be loud and belligerent to the point that Dan Maff warned WrestlePro that if Cass wasn't calmed down, he was going to have to step in and handle the situation himself. Maff is known for being an extreme professional backstage, so that even intimidated he was at the point he wanted to take care of the situation was a huge sign Cass was in the wrong. Blah, blah, blah. However, Cass' behavior didn't stop there, as he, according to 4 different sources, made his way through the locker room, accusing several of stealing a sweater he owned, and began threatening he was going to take care of the entire locker room. He had to have been drunk or something. This continued until Cass ended up in a smaller... This continued until Cass ended up in a smaller backstage room with AEW stars SCU and Pat Buck, who were in the middle of putting together their main event match for the event. Cass began accusing everyone in the room for stealing his belongings and acting in a threatening manner. He then turned to Buck, who was sitting, and said, "What are you going to do, tough guy?" and spit in Buck's face. Buck, with no response as he was backed against the wall, punched Cass and took him down with one punch. Buck then grabbed Cass and controlled him on the floor as other wrestlers stormed in and pulled Cass out of the room. We are told that the second Cass was down on the floor, his entire demeanor changed and he went from aggressive and threatening to questioning why he was hit and asking what's going on.
What about the part where he gets arrested?
The local police who were in the building... hold on. The local police who were in the building, the Raw Police Station is next door to the Raw Wake Rec Center, so whenever there was a wrestling show, there are tons of duty and off-duty officers who stop by to visit. Were asked to escort Cass from the building. Cass was removed, and Buck's farewell went on his plan. The consistency in the locker room that Cass was completely unprofessional, especially given the fact that he was being given a chance by the promotion to come work as he was trying to redeem himself in the business. Some were so angry over the situation that there was a belief that Cass remained in the locker room. There were several who were willing to physically throw him out or worse themselves. There was a lot of sympathy for Buck given what tonight meant to him personally, and because he was placed in a situation where he had zero choice but to defend himself against someone much bigger that was disrespecting the locker room. Obviously, Cass won't be booked again by this promotion. There's a picture of him arrested, too. God damn. PW Insider was later told by several fans that even after being ejected, Cass remained outside the venue at WrestlePro and that it appeared local police were searching his car. Damn. At one point, Cass sat down on the sidewalk, according to 3 different fans we heard from, including one who sent a picture below. began loudly making remarks about himself to the point that concerned authorities called for an ambulance to take Cass to transport him to a local hospital. Wow, what the fuck? That's bad, man.
So much for that. Going back to WE.
Yeah, that's something's up. He was on pills. I think he was on pills. That's pills. I think you would know when a guy's drunk. I'm assuming. That sounds like pills. When you're just belligerent and don't know what's going on. Like, that sounds like that's pilling it up.
No, I disagree. I'm not. Who knows? But when he gets punched, like, hey, why'd you hit me? He sounds like one of those guys who talk shit and talk shit and talk shit to everyone until someone punches him. He's like, hey, man, I don't know what your deal is. Calm down. I mean,
Right.
That's what it sounds like. One of those guys who runs his mouth till they get beat up.
I agree with Bobaruski. This is definitely Enzo being in his ear. Because they just mentioned in the article that the night before he was in the same locker room as Janela, had no issues. Probably said something to Enzo about it. Who was there, if I'm not mistaken, was there wrestling at the Northeast show last night as well. Friday night, I believe. And there was no issues. And then all of a sudden, the next night, he has issues with Janela and he's punching or spitting in Pat Buck's face. That's not good, man. That is not good. I agree with Bob Rusi. Someone needs to call DDP for him. I agree. He's just taking out all his anger on everyone because he isn't the 24/7 television European World American 7-Eleven champion. It's not good, man. Cass is talk about killing your career, Dave. That's it right there. That's putting a nail in the coffin of your career. Spitting in wrestler's face, acting disrespectful. That's not going to help you in the long run. But yeah, that's
and not listening to authority. Dave. Like reason he got fired in the first place, and he freaking went off script, and then he got fired. And it's been downhill ever since. And just a month or so ago, everyone's talking about how great he looks, and he's changed his look and everything, and now seems like it's the same old crap.
Yeah, that guy is either dealing with substance abuse or he has a legitimate mental condition, says Spees. I agree with Spees there. Enzo stirring shit, man. It's definitely him in his ear. Jelly Janela about to get his ass kicked by Enzo, I guess. I saw
Who said that?
Spees.
That had to be Spees. You know why he said that, don't you?
Is that what Cornette calls him?
Yeah, he calls him Jelly Janela. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's so funny.
What about, didn't you say, I saw Marion Watson actually comment in the chat saying that Cornette gave the NXT UK TakeOver a pretty good review. Did you listen to it?
Yeah, I listened to it today. It was hilarious. And he was talking about how much he really loved the Walter and Bate match.
Oh, wow. So he gave it a pretty good review?
Yeah, he enjoyed it. He enjoyed the show for the most part. He skipped a few things. He didn't get the last man standing match. He doesn't understand the tag match, but other than that, he thought the women's match was really good, and he thought the main event was really good.
Disrespecting the vet is a big no-no. Yo, absolutely. He's heading down the Jake Snake route. Yes. Pour one out for Cass's career, says Kanikis. God damn. Yeah, pretty much, man. He's really good. He's fucking up. That's a... Speaking of 24/7, that cop video. Did you see the 24/7 cop video with R-Truth? That shit was pretty funny. Walter and Bate is epic. All right, so let's